Why is traveling so important to so many people? Hi, my name is Lilah Elia, and my TED Talk is about traveling and how it grows your mindset. Traveling from home, another place, another city, another state, another country. When I first thought about doing a TED Talk, I immediately thought about traveling because I love to do it, but also because I haven't been able to do much of it in the last couple of years during the pandemic. I felt bad about this for different reasons, because last year I was set to go on to an international trip to Israel, and it was canceled due to COVID. Then, when I was researching the meaning of travel, I discovered the word itself comes from an old French word travail, which means work, labor, suffering, and trouble. And then I realized that before modern times, traveling was done without air conditioning, comfortable cars, airplanes, and it was done by wagon, horse, boat, and most often by foot. When people traveled in that way, it was most definitely something that caused suffering and trouble. So in some ways, the delays from the pandemic made me realize that travel can be something that causes trouble or suffering or pain. But this last year, it was reversed, that not traveling caused some of these feelings. Today, though, I want to focus on the positive aspects of this. And here are 3 examples that I want to share with you. Each of these things have helped me develop into the person I am and to become a better person. 1, travel helps us grow our minds. There are so many things that can make us grow as people, but travel is one of the most stimulating and important things that help us become better. 2, travel makes us see new cultures and makes us encounter other people and societies and brightens us to have a better sense of the world. And 3, travel makes us see different landscapes, colors, and environments. These images that come into our eyes and are processed by our brains make us feel more positive, happy, and upbeat. If they are beautiful, bright, and living. Just like dull environments, cloudy days, and same old views make us feel less inspired. Therefore, when we travel, the physical environment and of color and space gives something that will change us now and into the future. New Mexico is a place that I have not much thought about until I went there on vacation. It is a place that is large and wide open. It has also surprised me because the ground on the earth is much different color than I thought a desert would be. It had a particular yellow and even orange and reds that made the contrast with the sky feel bigger and brighter. It is also much warmer than Chicago and drier. I never realized how weather and climate could affect the way we see things. But traveling to a place that's different temperatures and climates does make me think differently. It made me approach how I interact with others, usually in a positive way. In winter 2019, my family and I went to a trip to Homosassa Springs, Florida. Giving yourself time to lay back and rest is really important. When I was with my family, I had my head clear and no stress on my back. This week gave me a lot of joy and happiness. Not only was it a great opportunity to be with my family and have new adventures, there was an added element with interacting with a new environment. Now, not just an old space, but a space that was varied and beautiful. Like in New Mexico, I saw colors I didn't see on a day-to-day basis. There was a vibrant greens and a spectrum of blues, and nearly every day was sunny and bright. It made me realize the colors affect the way that we see the world, but also the way that we feel. It made my mood brighter and more buoyant. Canada is a different country, so not only different kinds of people, but also different kinds of landscapes, views, traditions, and culture norms and practices. I traveled in really interesting places that had been part of native lands and peoples, and in Canada, people and the government have a better relationship with the native people. They are more involved in the activities and shared conversions in society about land, environmentalism, and respect for one another. I learned that even in a country that is so close to us, that in a lot of ways reminds us of the United States, there still can be many differences and cultural restrictions that we can learn from. One day, when I go to Mexico, Italy, or Japan, I will already be prepared to learn new things and different things. But going to Canada let me think about this in a new way. Because even though it did intentionally seem like it would be like America, it had many things and ideas that were different and made me think differently. It opened up my mind to possibilities, other cultures, they had to offer, and bring those worlds into my world. Traveling does a lot to your mindset's growth. It is important to travel, even if it's a 30-minute drive. Travel is important. Travel is difficult. Travel is wonderful. Travel is transformative. There are so many aspects to travel, and it is something that I will continue to do throughout my life, and something I hope that I can share with my friends and family. If travel is something that causes a little trouble or struggle or difficulty, it's probably better to experience with others so we don't suffer alone. But in a much more positive light, travel should be something that we enjoy, grow in, and feel inspired by. Travel is our life, and we are travelers. Go out into the path ahead of you and embrace life and all that's unexpected and ahead of you. You will be changed forever. Thank you.